Hi, it is Monday and I'm starting this vlog off with a bit of behind the scenes footage because I have just finished filming. I'm trying to get back on the ball because I lost a bit of my mojo last week when I had a cold, so I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. So I've just filmed the series that I finished in 2019, so hopefully that will be up before this vlog goes up and you'll have already seen it. There's not that many and I was quite downhearted by it. However, I have a reading update for you because I went and had a bath and I was listening to the Guinevere Deception and I'm on chapter 20. I'm halfway through chapter 20. Normally I wouldn't finish halfway point, but I didn't have time to carry on and I wanted to get this filmed as soon as I could because it looked like it was going to start to rain. We have had quite a lot of bad weather lately, but even as I ended up filming, it ended up going really dark and I've had to stick my big light on, I've had to have the ring light on, so I've not been able to wear my glasses while I've had the ring light on because it all just reflects. And yeah, it's been fun, but at least it's recorded now. All I have to do is stick it onto the computer and get it edited, which I can do during the week. I am sticking my slippers on because my feet are very cold. I'm not really sure what else I'm going to be doing today because it's miserable. There's no way I'm going out in this. There's no way I'm doing anything in this. I have already done all the household cleaning that I need to do. I am on top of everything. This week I don't have a lot planned, I don't think. So hopefully I am going to be able to edit some point later tonight. Might be able to film another video on Wednesday. And I decided, because it was a lot easier over the weekend for me to get my videos up, that I was just going to edit the vlog during the week as I go. So after a couple of days, upload it onto the laptop and just edit that and do it that way. So I'm starting to get the swing of things, but I thank you for bearing with me on that. And I'm going to now tidy up the mess I've made through filming and through trying to make everything look neat and tidy when it's not. Good morning, it is Tuesday and we are on 11:30. I had a bit of free time this morning to myself, so I really needed to get cracking with Beartown. I was supposed to start it yesterday. It is my buddy with Claire. Claire messaged me saying, oh, I've just finished the first section, and I was like, I've just got into bed. I don't know what came over me last night. I was just so tired and I'd gone just not feeling well in general. I'd gone really dizzy, just quite lethargic, wanted to get into bed and sleep. And I was on and off all night, but I did sort of wake up feeling a little bit better. So this morning I've done the things that I need to do household wise, and I have done quite a lot of reading. I started Beartown. I not only did last night's section, but I've also read today's section, so I feel like I'm on track. Possibly going to read tomorrow's section tonight, depending on how it goes today, because I know that tomorrow I've got a few bits and pieces to do. I'm not 100% sure how much I'm going to be able to get done, so either I read ahead or I try and cram it in tomorrow before bed. This has been quite a slow burner to start with. There's a lot of world building, there's a lot of characters coming into it, there's a lot of flitting from one character's perspective to another, but without telling you which character it is. So originally I was going to see if I could get this on audiobook, but I feel a little bit like this needs to be physically read because otherwise I'll just lose track of who's who and what's what. However, I do feel like this is starting to get a bit more interesting. The first section that I read just wasn't doing it for me. And then as we've come to the end of section 2 for today, which puts me just finishing chapter 9. So I'm on page 83. Finishing chapter 9, it was sort of a whirlwind. It sort of hit me out of nowhere. It was a little bit like I didn't expect the emotions to come from this particular person. This character has been, from what I can gather as we've gone along, this character can be quite, not cold, but doesn't really show her emotions, is very off-cut, and I think that's maybe why. She's very calculated with certain things, and it just, I think because it came out of nowhere, it sort of hit me hard and I welled up a little bit. It was quite full on. Then in the space of getting changed, doing bits and pieces, I have been listening to the Guinevere Deception. I don't actually think I have physically read this for the last 10 chapters, just because it's, I'm trying to think of who, let me see if I can find out who the narrator is. I don't know how to work Audible. I will find out who the narrator is and I will pop that somewhere along here when I'm editing, purely because I really like her voice. But I'm really enjoying this. I think her voice is just really soothing, but not enough to put me to sleep. I don't know if I'm meant to, I'm probably not meant to, but in my head, some of these characters I have got as Game of Thrones characters. And there's one in particular, I can't quite pronounce the name properly, so I do apologise. I think it's Bronjon. And all in my head I have got Brienne of Tarth, and I cannot get it out of my head. I don't know why. I think it's because she's feisty and she's willing to stand up for herself and for other people, and she's not intimidated by men at all. It is spectacular. I don't know if I'm meant to have that in my head. I'm probably not, but it's there now and it's going to stay there. But Bronjon is kick-ass in this. I'm happy with her. I am on page 279, which is chapter 22. I haven't got too much left of this. I feel like this hasn't taken long to get through because I've been listening to it, but I don't hate it at the moment. I'm very indifferent to it. I think I'm not 100% sure. I'm really just not 100% sure about this book. Good morning. It is Wednesday. Nearly forgot the day then. I have quite a few updates for you, but I just thought that you'd like to see book mail. Who doesn't love a good bit of book mail? Now I know that Claire had said that, again, she has treated me, and she said that there would be a knock on the door today and possibly tomorrow, and there may be something else after, but she told me not to peek off my wish list, so I haven't, because it's always nice to have a bit of a surprise. So I will get it done. Oh, that could have worked out so well. It's a paperback. It's a chunky paperback. Now I'm concerned. Okay, I'm gonna try and cover the bottom bit. Just says, enjoy your gift from Claire. Oh my goodness. So I watched the announcement on Becca's channel, which I'll link down below, for the cosmology. I'll double check that and I'll put it somewhere around here. But basically it's the Brandon Sanderson, not just the Mistborn trilogy, but it's like all of the collection. And I said I'd really like to take part in it, but they have Elantris as the first one, which I hadn't heard of until now. I actually found that I can't remember buying it, but I have a pre-owned edition of the first in the Mistborn trilogy, which is the Final Empire. So she's bought me Elantris, and it's chunky. I don't know how I'm going to get through this in 2 weeks, if I'm 100% honest. Oh, and the writing's so small. Oh no! Oh, the writing is so small. Okay, so we have... These pages just keep going up and up and up. Including the epilogue, we have 555 pages. It looks chunkier than it actually is, and I think that's because at the end there's deleted scenes and there's all sorts of other bits and pieces, but I don't really know much about this. I just know that I wanted to get into Brandon Sanderson a bit more. If you watched my book haul, you will see that I had Brandon Sanderson's Skyward to gently ease myself in. And then Becca made the announcement that there was going to be this readathon, and yeah, let's just say I'm not easing myself in anymore. I'm going to go straight in with Elantris. So what I originally hoped to do was either read Throne of Swans or the City of Bones. I think I'm just going to have to chuck Elantris in because I'm doing really well at the moment. My book updates were that I think I've put the book back now that I've finished it. I finished the Guinevere Deception. I don't know how I'm writing it at the moment. Underwhelmed is the word for this book, I think. For how I felt about it. Very underwhelmed. I don't know how else to describe my feelings towards this book. I didn't hate the book. I really enjoyed some of the characters. I didn't love the book. I didn't think it was fantastic. I just sort of sat somewhere in the middle. It was okay. Having got to the end now, I can happily say that I don't think it was the retelling that it was portrayed to as everybody had hoped. As I said the other day, I think it was just quite literally they had taken the character of King Arthur and his knights and put them in this setting, and so it is Friday morning. I only have a little bit of an update for you. I haven't listened to any more of Nevertell. at the moment, I just can't get into it. I don't know what it is, but I just can't. So I'm hoping that I can pick up the pace with it at some point. The other thing is also the fact that I ridiculously washed my earphones. And when they came out of the washing machine and I realised they just dropped on the floor, and I was like, oh no. So I then decided to try them, and they don't work anymore. So they've gone straight in the bin, unfortunately, which means that I am down a pair of headphones, and listening to audiobooks when I'm walking about is pretty much impossible at the moment. However, I made a bit of headway with Beartown. I am on page 153, which is chapter 17. That still wasn't completing yesterday's section. I think it was just, I got really tired last night. I had a really bad day yesterday, and I got to chapter 17 and I was like, I need to go to bed. I didn't go to bed. I ended up watching some booktube and then going to bed. But I have a bit of time this afternoon. I don't plan on doing anything, I don't think. I was supposed to start My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Kinsella the end of this week, but I think it's probably looking at being Monday, and I need to pick up the pace. I really do. It's Friday. I need to get quite a bit read. I can read quite a bit of Beartown today purely because it's a nice quick read. It is nice and fast paced. It's easy to read as well. It's just Nevertell that I'm really struggling with. I've got that on Scribd as an audiobook, and I can't help but feel like while I'm struggling with that, I maybe ought to switch to a different audiobook, because maybe that will make things a little bit easier. Hi guys, it is Saturday and it is a miserable day. I have been quite busy today, so I haven't picked up anything. However, I had a bit of a chunk of time last night through pure luck, and I am now on page 274, which is chapter 30 of Beartown, so got about that much left. So I've made quite decent headway with that. I've listened to A Court of Wings and Ruin on Scribd. However, I went back a chapter just to catch myself back up again. The reason I popped on here is because I have an Amazon package which I'm supposed to be able to just tear into, and I can't. So I'm going to approach it this way. I know this is from Claire because she said that she had come across something and wanted to complete the Schwab collection. Other than the Dark Vault, as far as I was aware, I got them all. Bar obviously the ones that are coming out this year. Claire then seemed a little confused and thought that she had already bought the Dark Vault for me. I don't think I opened it on camera because I got very, very excited. I knew that that was what was coming. And it is currently downstairs at the moment because I was just staring at the cover. But I will try and add that to here at some point. However, this is Everyday Angel, and this is by V.E. Schwab. This is a middle grade book which I don't think many people have heard of. I don't know whether it's a, does it say when it was published? 2014. So it's, even then, it's still really quite new. This is actually a bind up of three stories. I don't think they're 3 different stories from the looks of it. They are continuations. Everyday Angel, New Beginnings, Everyday Angel, Second Chances, Everyday Angel, Last Wishes. So it is a bind-up of 3 stories, but they are continuations from the first. I don't really know much about it, so I'm just going to read the back for you. Aria is a guardian angel. She can use her shadow like a door to travel from place to place. She can dream things into existence, and she can see when certain people need help. She must find and guide 3 different girls, Gabby, Caroline and Michaela, through each of their problems to earn her wings. But helping these girls is no easy feat, even for someone with magical powers. Things like friendship and family are a lot trickier than Aria may have guessed. Still, she's up for the challenge. I feel like this is going to be a really nice, not flowery read, but quite light-hearted, which is definitely something that is always nice to have on your shelf in the event that you've maybe read quite a hardcore book. I know that because I'm trying to get through A Court of Wings and Ruins this month, I've also got Elantris to start very soon. I am going to be continuing with that probably next month because I won't get it finished all this month. So I know I have got quite a few chunky books on my TBR over the next couple of months. Also the content of some of the books, like Beartown, has just revealed something which knocked me for 6 last night. So something like this is going to be really, really nice to have on my shelf to just lift things up a bit, brighten things up, be a bit cheerier. I am quite surprised, considering it is a bind-up, there doesn't seem to be that many pages. However, saying that, we are on 597 pages. Now, I realise that if you split that, yeah, you're looking at a normal sized middle grade for each story. So I don't know whether I will decide to read this book as a whole, or whether I might tab it out so that I can read the first book, then the second and then the third separately. So yeah, so that's a little bit of book mail today that has made me smile. As you're probably picking up on, I have work tonight because it is Saturday. I am about to get some sleep. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to stay awake to read for half an hour. But time is ticking on because it is 3:30 and I need to be awake at 7. So that's fun. But I did get quite a decent night's sleep last night. So I've put this down next to Beartown, and I'm definitely feeling a theme with a lot of the books that I'm getting lately. Or at least a lot of the books that I'm reading, because they are, like, in colour they are pretty much matching. And the majority of my TBR is blue, or some form of blue and green. But yeah, these pretty much match very nicely. That's quite satisfying for me, which is very, very sad, I realise. So yeah, so I definitely feel like we have completed our Schwab shelf, or at least for now. We have got so much Schwab to read, and I don't know where we're going to be starting, but I am excited. I really would like to start soon because I really want to read The Near Witch. I know that that's another middle grade. I am quite happy to be going along with that as the middle grade. I'm also a bit confused by the fact that it is the middle grade, but she has penned herself as V.E. Schwab on that one. Who knows? Anyway, I've now got to try and find space for Everyday Angel and also The Dark Vault when I bring that up to put on my shelf. So that means that there is going to need to be some rearranging somewhere along the lines. So yeah, so that's my little update for you now. I will be probably checking in just before I start getting ready for work, or whilst I'm sorting things out for work, just to sort of check in and let you know whether I've read anything in this half hour before bed. If not, I will check in with you tomorrow. So I've just been going through my footage for this week, and I realised that I completely forgot to tell you that I actually finished Guinevere Deception. I think I finished it either the Tuesday or the Wednesday. I think it was. I know I finished it quite early on in the week, and basically it was not my cup of tea. In the end, I sort of just got really bored of it. I didn't massively enjoy the magical side of things. It wasn't what I was hoping for or what I was expecting, and yeah, it wasn't for me. I think I have rated this possibly a 2-star. I know that I put a review on my Bookstagram account. I think it was a 2-star. I think originally I was giving it a 3-star, but then I realised that I was being generous, because the more I thought about it, the more it was just the only thing that kept me going was the two characters, I think Mordred and Bonjean, who I think I mentioned previously. But yeah, so I finished it, wasn't massively keen on it, returned the title so that I can get a different book on Audible, because yeah, I've got quite a chunky TBR to keep going with. I am really sorry that this week's reading has sort of not been as great as the other weeks so far, even though I finished a book and have made decent headway with another. But I've also sort of done a bit of a part-time DNF for Nevertell. Not a permanent DNF, because I do think I want to try and pick it back up again when I'm in a better headspace. So I am going to end this vlog here because I need to get some sleep, because I've got work again tonight, and I'm going to edit this little snippet. Once that's done, I can export it and hopefully get things ready so that I can just click one button and this will all be sorted and up for you to view before I go to work. If you like this vlog, then don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you have a lovely week. Bye!